left on the course that we are headed without course correcting, I've heard some very dire statistics of only X amount of generations left with life as we know it. I mean, what does the data that you've seen say? Obviously, this is all hypothetical at this point, but it's unsustainable. No one's going to disagree with it. But what does the forecast look like?
Well, if you look at just birth rates, they're down. They're a third of what they were uh, just a generation before us. So if we continue on that course, I mean, that is there's a book called The Empty Planet, and it charts this. And if you look at the numbers in that book, we're actually dropping faster than that book even anticipated
Wow.
in terms of live births of Americans that are, first, second, third generation Americans. The course that we are on statistically is incredibly dire. And I try not to think about what happens if we don't course correct. I try to spend all of my time thinking about course correcting and what that like, and trying to bring optimism to that movement. It's why when I created the largest fund in women's reproductive health, I wanted to put it in the positive. I said, let's put together a fund that allows women who want to have kids to be healthy enough to have kids without artificial intervention. Let's support the underlying health of women, and let's really understand the foundational science of what makes a healthy mother and a healthy child. And it's interesting because I actually was met with such resistance at first, because people said, well, what about IVF? Let's just, let's invest in the science of artificial wombs. Let's invest in the science of increasing the effectiveness of IVF. Let's, take more and more eggs out of women at a young age and bank those eggs. And my response to that is, there's plenty of money, floating around for transhumanism. There's plenty of money floating around for our artificial reproductive assistance. There is no money going in to funding regenerative health for women. At the highest levels of science, there's almost no money going into it. So I said, I'm going to protect these funds. It's $100 million. I'm going to protect every one of those dollars, and I'm going to make sure that they go in to helping healthy women or women wanting to be healthy to get healthy so that they can successfully conceive, have a healthy pregnancy, and a successful live birth and a healthy child. It seems so common sense, but shockingly, it's not where the money's going.